Yippee-ki-yi-yo, get along, little donkeys. You know that Wyoming will be your new home.
Life on the Red Horse Ranch.
Well, Alabam finally had a chance to prove what a wonderful horse Red really was, but not in too pleasant a way. As Alabam lay on the ground, unconscious, Red ran to the ranch corral and led Mr. Cotter and the boys back to Alabam, perhaps saving his life. We haven't yet been able to find out how badly Alabam was hurt, or what caused him to fall from Red as he rode across the Bardee Ranch. As Alabam lays on his cot in the bunkhouse talking to Rose, the boys are just outside the door singing.
Green Valley, where violets bloom and fade, there's where sweet blue-eyed Ellen lies in a lonely grave. She died not broken-hearted, nor by disease she fell, but in a moment parted from the one she loved so well.
Alabam, does the music bother you?
The music? Sure it don't, Rose. Now, don't you keep bothering yourself about me. I'm going to be all right.
Well, I hope so. How does your head feel now?
Well, it does feel a little like a pumpkin, but it ain't nothing to worry about. I'll be up and out of this bunkhouse before you know it.
Now, please lie still, Alabam.
Oh, you're sure nothing's happened to Red?
Oh, Red's all right. He's missed you down in the corral today, though. You know, I believe he's as worried about you as the rest of us are.
Red's sure some horse. Smart as they make 'em.
Mm-hmm. They might never have found you until it was too late if it hadn't been for Red. He led Dad and Cheyenne right to where you were lying, and then they brought you in. Oh, Alabam, I was afraid that... Oh, I don't know what I'd have done.
If... You quit worrying yourself about me, Rose. Say, come to think of it, you didn't sleep a wink last night now.
Oh, I didn't mind that. I'll have plenty of time to sleep after you're better.
Oh. Gosh, hang it, Rose. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I'll show you. I can get out of this bunk right now. No buck-hided cowpoke like me.
Now, Alabam, please, lie down. Oh, I ought to be ashamed of myself for exciting you like that. Now, keep quiet. Texas singing.
Where the foreman takes care of his own, there'll be an empty saddle tonight, but he's happier up there, I know. He was riding the range last Saturday noon when a norther had started to blow. His chin on his chest, heading into the west, he was stopped by a cry-off down low. There's a crazy young calf had strayed from his ma lost in the snow and the storm. He lay in the heat at the end of the door.
Hey,
Listen here, Arizona. Don't you go trying to stop me with this grub. I was taking it to Miss Alabama.
Oh, there's Cookie. He's brought you something to eat from the bunkhouse.
Oh, wait for me, boy. Don't you be all the time pescating around Miss Alabama. You don't crave nothing to eat, do you?
Set it down, Cookie.
Yes,
Sure, I can eat your cooking, Cookie, anytime.
Fiona, I'm sure glad to hear you talk again, Miss Alabama. I thought you was practically finished.
Cookie, you mustn't talk to Alabam now. He's resting.
Yes, Miss Rose. Man, I didn't think you was gonna live at all.
Cookie.
When Red come in here, I was fixing to ride after you on old Whirlwind, my bureau.
Cookie, please.
Yes, Miss Rose. I was going. Old Whirlwind was just holding himself in. You want to go fetch you to bed?
Cookie, hurry on back to the chuck house now, please.
Yes, I wish old Whirlwind make up his mind he's gonna run. I show you sometime.
I've got a gal in the Sourwood Mountain, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. She won't come and I won't call her, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. Roosters are crowing in the Sourwood Mountain, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. So many pretty gals I can't count 'em, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. Big dogs bark and the little ones bite you, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. Big girls court and the little ones fight you, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. My true love lives up in Letcher, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. She won't come and be dirty if I'll fetch her, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. My true love lives over the river, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. A few more jumps and I'll be with her, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. I got a gal at the head of the holler, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. She won't come and I won't holler, ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. Ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay.
Come on there, Tenderfoot.
Ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. Yeah. Ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay. Ho-de-um-de-idle-dee-ay.
Oh, there's Dad. I guess he wants to talk to you.
Evening, Mr. Carter.
Well, Alabama, I guess you ain't looking for company with Rose here.
No, but I've been telling Rose she needs some rest.
Oh,
You'd think
no.
I was a cripple yelling the way she's standing hurt over me.
Yes, just like her mother was, Rose is. Always putting herself out.
I like to hear you say that, Dad.
You mind the time that Ma Carter took care of me when that big cayuse kicked me, Dad?
Yes. Yeah, she was that way all her life. Alabama, you reckon you're strong enough to tell us the rest of what happened to you over on the Bardee?
Well, I guess there ain't much more to tell, Mr. Carter. Dan Higgins had said something to me about seeing some of the red horse cattle straying over across the Bardee toward the Badlands. I took Red and rode over there. And on the way back, well, it seems I got a little dizzy, as near as I can remember. I must have fell off my horse and fall knocked me out.
You just got dizzy, huh?
As near as I can remember, it's a little hazy right now.
Of course.
Well, maybe you'll remember more about it later, but yeah, that Red's a wonderful horse you got there, Alabama. He like to tore the corral gate down until we followed him out and found you. You've done a great job of training him.
But I ain't taking no credit for what he did, Mr. Carter, but I'm powerful proud of him. He'll be great when we round up.
But the roundup's got to be mighty soon, Alabama. The boys have got to bring in every head and put it on the market as soon as possible. Sorry you won't be with us.
Why, what do you mean I won't be with him? I ain't missed a roundup on a red horse in the last 10 years.
Well, I hope you're feeling well enough for it, but it's got to be mighty soon. The money from that herd's going to mean everything if we're going to save the red horse.
Dad, I think Alabam's talked enough now. we'd better let him rest.
Oh, don't listen to her, Dad. I'm feeling spry as a doggy.
Well, I guess you're right, Rose. Alabama does need a rest, and so do you.
Oh.
You come with me
No.
back to the bunkhouse.
But, Dad, I'm not tired, really.
Now, you come along. You'll keep him from resting yourself. I'll be back later, Alabama.
Oh.
All right, sir.
All right, then. Goodbye, Alabama.
Goodbye,
Arizona,
Rose.
you watch Alabama for me, won't you? Now, you see that he doesn't try to get out of his bunk.
Sure I will, Rose. This is one time I can get the best of Alabama.
Come on, Arizona. I reckon you can keep one eye on Alabama and play your guitar. Let's give him another tune before he goes to sleep.
Well, Tenderfoot.
I think that's Alabama wants you, Tenderfoot.
All right.
Go right on with your singing, boys. I'll be just talking to him a minute.
Lonesome Valley Sally, I'll come back to you when wildflowers are blooming and the skies are blue.
You wanted me, Alabama?
Yeah, Tenderfoot. Pull up a box there and sit down close, will you?
Sure.
You suppose the boys can hear us talking?
Why, I don't think so. Not while they're singing.
Well, Tenderfoot, I'm going to tell you something I ain't told no one else.
You mean about how you got hurt?
Yeah, and just you and I are to know it. I can trust you for that, can't I?
Why, of course, but what?
You see, I happen to be pretty sure who struck that blow on my head.
Well, who struck it? But I thought you said
This
that you...
is something I didn't want anyone else to know but you. I'll tell you what happened. I rode across the Bardee to see if Dan Higgins was right about someone running the brands on the Red Horse cattle, and I saw plenty.
Then it's true?
I'm plumb sure of it. Even saw where they'd built the fires off in the trees to do the branding. And I headed Red back toward the Red Horse along in the evening. When I rounded a hill, riding along the fence on the Bardee Ranch, I met up with Steve Bradford.
What? Steve Bradford?
I can remember that much. I reckon he won't soon forget it either.
Why, what?
Me and Bradford had a few words, and he accused me of prying around his ranch. Well, I had a hard time holding myself down, but I figured it wouldn't do no good to kick up a fuss, so I turned to get back on Red, and, well, that's the last I remember till I woke up lying in this bunk.
So it's Steve Bradford that did it. Listen, why don't you tell the fellas, Alabama? We'll ride over there and have it out with Bradford.
Oh, wait a minute, Tenderfoot. We ain't telling anyone yet.
Now, only Tenderfoot and Alabam know what really happened. What does Alabam plan to do about Bradford? Why is Bradford so anxious to get possession of the Red Horse? Why